from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Seven-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. They won their first national championship last year, something I know many in the fan base thought would never happen. And now, also for the first time, they're the hunted. How do you handle that over the course of the season?
You got to raise your sense of urgency.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. He's got him. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Longhorns offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. How will they be able to deal with this lockdown corner on the outside who believes he can take away half the field? Sends it back in motion. First carry of the season for this transfer. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. The run inside. It's Smothers. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit. And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that run.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Now on the option. Quarterback Keith might have a chance. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rill will check on his condition. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The option look. And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Running inside, it's Beebe. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Manning under fire. Got his man on the outside. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
The Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got a man. It's Coleman.
And the fan bases in the South, they're pretty crazy. They're pretty psychotic. They follow recruiting. They follow the transfer portal. And they've been following this cat right here. Like, big-time receiver, joining this league, joining your team. Expectations, Palmer, they're high. And you see why on that play. Dude's got some skill.
Yeah, he's big time, man. Listen, I'm not going to say this guy was flying under the radar before, but now he's going to become a household name playing wide receiver in the SEC. This is a conference that not only pumps guys into the NFL, people win Heisman trophies playing wide receiver in this conference, and this team thinks this guy's got an opportunity to be there in New York at the end of the year.
you don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
This quarterback part of their running game, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play.
Snags it and he's open. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They're dealing with a second and long. Goes to the option. Pulls it on the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Play action, here's Manning. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Henby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around. And that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Rushes on him, and he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Keeps the play going. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Right, here we go.
Manning with a play fake. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Smothers. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, he threw a touchdown in the last drive. You saw him on the sideline talking to his play caller. Let's keep throwing it. They can't stop us. So here they are in the very next drive. First play, they're taking a shot. This offense right now, you can tell, they feel like they're unstoppable throwing.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. On the run, it's Smothers. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Here's Arts to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Motion from the back. Manning on play action. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Townsend. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets the back moving. Got a little grass. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to
intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call.
Breaks into the open. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Makes the catch. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. First down here for the offense. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They stop him right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the first down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They just keep firing. That's caught. It's Bond. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's second and 14. Oh, they're after him, and it's a sack. The Hoosiers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They go play action with Manning. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with the sack.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with South Alabama taking on the Tulane Green Wave.
The Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Could be an alley. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This offense is putting on an absolute clinic, and defenses that have to watch this film are not going to like what they see. They've already got a big lead early in the game. 3 plays, 3 first downs on this drive. There's nothing you can say outside of this quarterback just being a student of this offense. He prepares so well leading up to game time. He's putting it all on display.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Manning. On the move to his left. Takes the easy one to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about it.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Might as well give it to him again. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yards. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the left. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The run inside. It's Beebe finding some room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll ride the hot hand. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
He's got an open man, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Indiana! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Second down.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Play action, here's Manning. Buying some time as he moves left. Finds his big tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. Pulls it on the option. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Manning with the play fake. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man. Indiana
has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Now we'll Get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. With the catch, it's Preston. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They boot it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. They'll start on the ground with Brown. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nowhere close on that one, as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. On the sweet spin, and he's free. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Running inside, it's Wingo. Maybe some room here. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Arch Madness. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line is going to have to do a better job giving him time.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. He'll try to take it back. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Well, the ball carrier really showed up for his offense there, right? Down in your own end, within your own 10-yard line, you need someone to step up and make an explosive play happen. You got to make people miss and give yourself some room to work and operate and really get this drive going. He did exactly that.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you, keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Makes it past the marker. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming. To the ground, he's got it again. Fighting off the defender. He now has 108 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They give it to him again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Hoosiers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Here's the pressure. Grabs it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Texas. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that 4th down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead, the offense is going to go for it, and they're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening here. RPO complete to open the drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
To the air, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He's got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Not much of a chance there, he just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Texas sideline, this has been a terrific start for this transfer running back. As you know, they brought him in here for a reason, and he has lived up to those preseason expectations and all of his hype. I've seen him talking with his teammates on the sideline, being a good leader, and every time he's touched the ball, he's made something positive happen. Late in the game, he wants to just finish this, but finish it in the end zone and really seal his victory. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. 3rd and 11. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is